Hello, everybody. Sorry for that little delay. Technical issues as always. It's never the same. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Kathy from Arkansas. Welcome, everybody. What's happening? Everybody holding their own? Okay, good. All right, so we're doing the box opening for the Scan and Cook Club for October. And they're a little delayed. I will say that. They're a little delayed in shipping. I'm hoping Friday they will go out. We had the manufacturer didn't send enough fabric, so we had to wait for a minute. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Sue. I just saw you guys last night. Yeah, so it's going to be kind of a fun project this month because we are doing fabric without fusible. Now, if you don't have a rotary blade, you're going to end up using some fusible web. Or I'm going to talk about Terrio Magic and how to turn your fabric into cardboard. Hi, Patty. Vicky, everybody popping on. I have my pileage here. I've been cutting away the pieces. So we talk a little bit about prepping our fabric for cutting fabric, right? So normally everything we do is a fusible project. This happens to be a no-sew table runner over there. Okay. A no-sew, no fusible zones. It's kind of like a raw edge applique, but this is what my fabric looks like. Like it's like a sheet of cardboard, not quite cardstock, maybe. So with the Terrio Magic, you're going to prep your fabric if you have a rotary blade. If you don't, then I want you to go ahead and use fusible web. And it also depends on hang on a second. I didn't grab anything to open. Well, how fun is that? Hold on. I'm going to show you sort of what's in the box because they aren't all done yet because we're still waiting and they should go out on Friday. So in the meantime, yeah, the pumpkins are a lot of fun. But what I discovered was the SVG file. So this is kind of the test runner, right? So this is the fabric's a little different than what's in your box, but the test runner is the fact that these are bigger, these are smaller than the files. Hi, James. Than what we sent, right? So, but here is where, when we talk about cutting with the rotary blade, and again, if you don't have it, it's fine. You're going to use fusible web just like you normally do. Kay, you just missed it. I just said they're shipping on Friday. We had a delay and we are working on it, unfortunately, which is, there we go. At least I can show them exactly what fabric you're going to get in your box. Yes, you should have had them already, but no, you don't have them already. They're here. And look, you're getting a pumpkin colored envelope. So I thought that was exciting. There's a ton of fabric in here. So whatever you decide to make, you can make because you have lots of fabric, right? So of course you have your how to get into your class. For those of you who are new, you have your little cheat sheet and some notes to take care of. Jim's doing the PDF, and the PDF is going to be a little lighter because this really isn't a project per se. There is enough for you to do a project, and we're recommending some projects, but I don't care if you do a table runner or a placemat or you do a pillow. It doesn't matter to me, right? Because I want you to experience cutting everything out. So the fabric that is in your box, we got new cameras here. We're all excited about new overhead cameras. They're actually kind of cool beans. See how bright that is? I know we needed a bright one. All right, so let's open this up. So the first thing you have this It's almost a half yard cut of this dark brown. And then this is the foundation. This is the foundation of that you can put all of your fall colors on. Again, it is long enough. It's 45 inches long if you want to do a double-sided table runner, a single pillow, whatever you want to do. And if you don't sew, then you're just going to cut out a shape and make something. So here is the pumpkin. And I love this because it's very pumpkin-y with the swirls and things like that. So these are fat quarters. If you don't know what that is, it's an 18 by a 22-inch piece of fabric. This piece we put in your box, and I'm going to tell you, I don't know why, because I didn't use it. There's a little bonus acorn design. So I think I was thinking the top of an acorn. So we just kind of want to, you have it if you want to use it. I'll put it to you that way. These are Quilt Shop quality batiks. This is a little, that looks orange on there, but it's more rust than anything. I might be overlit, but this is kind of very, let's see if I can do it this way. Let's see if its color changes. So you can see it's a little darker, a little rustier than that. And then you have this batik that has browns and greens for the leaves. And this is one of my favorites. I always love like a good burgundy or a little bit of purple when you're working with a very brown, orange, intense color. And then we're back to another brown. And if the orange is too much for you, this is a nice replacement for the pumpkin. It's a little more on the rusty brown side. And then we have this beautiful green, which is perfect for all the vines and the extra leaves. So you can see here what we're cutting out is leaves and vines. Let me peel these off. And you are not getting a placement guide, right? You are on your own, and we're doing this on purpose. Jim and I are going to be there to walk you through it, right? So you have some pumpkin leaves. And so Margie, who works here, Margie and I were talking, she goes, oh, Amy, she said, that's going to be hard if it's not fused down. And I'm like, okay. So if you don't like the, I free motion stitch this. So you can see how my edges are curled. That's what's going to happen when you use the Terrio Magic or heavy layers of starch. Okay. So, and I just put my free motion foot on and I tacked everything down, and I think I put a little batting under the pumpkin as well. If you just want to fuse it, that's fine. And I'll tell you where the fusing comes in play. This little guy right here, the vines. If you look at this hot string of mess that cut out beautifully, but by the time I lay this down, and I would recommend glue sticking it, spray starching it, but you can see how squirrely it is. Maybe this piece you might want to consider doing a little bit of fusible web, because it started to curl on me, and I'm like, oh, by the time I stitch this down, it may be a bear. So just fair warning, depending on your sewing skills, you may or may not want to work with that. The green, you might want to also consider using the back as just a contrast, right? And the stem, you can cut the stem out of a different brown if you want. It just happens to be on the orange file. But I'm going to show you how to resize these. These are just a little big for me personally, because you can see there's not a whole lot of room left on either side of the table runner. So, and then when you start to do your placement, you can mix your colors. And I don't care. These leaves can be smattered all down the table runner, whatever you want to do. You can group them around your pumpkin. You have enough fabric to cut, Lordy, a zillion leaves. There, I'm not messing with you. But I want you to, we're going to talk about placement in the class and kind of a little bit of balance with different sizes and how color weights in. And I know it's not really a whole scan and cut thing, but you're going to be able to cut out so many leaves and vines. It's not even funny. But even if you made like a simple basket liner and you took it to Thanksgiving dinner and gave it to somebody, like with with some fresh bread or some pumpkin bread or something like that, that is what it's all about. So that's kind of what's in there. There's also a little extra goodie in there for you. So that's kind of what's happening. But we were missing one item, and it should be here tomorrow, and they should ship on Friday. So I apologize for that. Sometimes the vendors promise and don't deliver. So that's kind of what we're stuck with. So if you want to prep for class, again, these you might want to use some fusible web, just because depending on your sewing skills, a little bit of glue stick, it's going to take something. If you're using your rotary blade, you're going to want to prep with your Material Magic. And of course, we're going to explain more on how these work. We also have a tip on using your wash away stabilizers and how you can use that to prep your fabrics for your scan and cut as well. And then look at this. This isn't even all of the using all the fabric. I mean, there are so many leaves here. I probably could just make 4 or 5 of them by the time I'm done creating. So that's what's happening in your October box. And again, I just want to repeat, if you don't have a rotary blade or you have a CM machine, not a big deal. You're going to use your fusible web. You're going to use your black blade. We'll talk about that. It's just the way it's always kind of been. But I do want to show you my laptop. I have the Canvas workspace open. And when you go, like, you see how big the pumpkin is, he pretty much takes up the whole mat, right? So you're just going to go to SVG. You are going to, this is the easiest way, and it may not be your way, but this is kind of how I do it. I open everything. You're going to have FCM files too, so I don't want you to not do anything. I'm going to leave the Acorn out because that's kind of a bonus project, but that looks like a hot mess. And no, you're not going to cut that out. I'm going to highlight everything. I'm going to group it. And now I'm going to resize it. I'm going to keep my eye on my pumpkin. Let me see if I can grab it by itself. Is that it? Nope, it grouped. Let me ungroup. Just so we can see what's going on. I'm going to grab the pumpkin and I'm going to make it lime green. That doesn't show up either. I'll make it navy blue so you can keep your eye on the pumpkin. I'm just going to highlight everything. I'm going to right click. I'm going to group it just because it makes me feel better. You don't have to group it. And I'm going to keep my eye on my pumpkin, and I'm going to bring it down. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's like 8 inches. And now I'm going to ungroup it. And I'm going to start to separate my pieces. But what did that do? That took all those pieces and proportionately scaled them down. So you aren't guessing, right? So what we gave you is to scale, but you can, instead of like scaling your pumpkin and then going back and grabbing a leaf, oh, is this the right size? I don't know if it's the right size. I scale everything at once and then I separate them. That helps my brain know that they're kind of all in proportion of what they need. And the best part about your scan and cut, it doesn't matter if that pumpkin is 12 inches, because that's the width of your mat, or that pumpkin is 2 inches. So think about putting a little corner on a napkin, or maybe just cutting them out and gluing them onto treat bags, just fusing them onto like paper sacks, that you can put all your treats in and give them away. So that's kind of, like I said, a lot of things you could do with the fabric, right? Because it is just fabric. This is Material Magic. If you don't know, I don't get any skin from it one way or the other, but it is Amazon Prime days the next couple of days. So you might want to see if it's on sale anywhere. This is just regular Material Magic. I think this is 15 ounces. It does go a long way. The other thing that I saved my scraps of my dissolvable stabilizer, and I'll dissolve them in some water and a little bit of alcohol. And I'll use that to stiffen my fabric as well, because it's going to just wash right out. So that is the scoop. So those of you who are hunkered down for the hurricane, you probably don't even have internet. So I feel so bad for everything that's going on down there. So anybody have any questions or concerns? Those of you who have not joined the guild at Amy Sews, you have to the 15th to get your free October month and your special gift in the mail. That's happening while we're counting down. It's the 8th. So we did a little test run again last night. So it was good. So Terry says she loves the moose sweatshirt on the chair behind you. It is for Jingle and Mingle. So if you don't know what Jingle and Mingle is, I do it with a group of collaborators that the other crafters. You've seen me do something with Denise Parks, who does the printables, the crafty DIYer. There's people in this group that paint, the ginger quilters in there. These guys do so much stuff. I'm kind of the oddball as far as like, so you're going to get the embroidery file, the cutting files, and then we're going to do this kind of rustic treatment on this sweatshirt. I still have to do the cuff bows yet, but yeah, so that's Jingle Mingle. It's free, totally free. You get to hang out with all of us. It's October 23rd, 24th, something like that. So just go to the Jingle Mingle Facebook page and ask to join the group, and we'll let you in. And it's 2 days of just nonstop playing. Oh, Tracy was hanging out last night. Thank you. Everybody bring show and tell. And if you want to show and tell and see what everybody's working on, it all started because of my reaction. I would go in and go like, Zach, look how cute this is. And he'd go, it's all right. Or, I'd say something to Ed. I'm like, look, I did this pumpkin runner for the scan and cut. I'm so in love with it. He'll go, yeah, that's nice. So we really want to just celebrate everything you make, because we know the time and energy, the money, the effort, the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into what you make. So we just want to celebrate that. So that's, Maureen, this is going to be your first box. Yay. Congratulations. Well, technically it's a bag. We're switching kind of back and forth depending on what's in there. Sometimes you get a box, sometimes you won't. So the next scan and cut box is December, which is a really hard month for some people. So I haven't come up with anything yet. Normally I am 6 months out. So I don't know. You guys have any suggestions? I was thinking doing vinyl and making ornaments, but then are you so crammed in December it wouldn't get done anyway? Something for spring. Throw some things at me. I appreciate that. So yeah, Evie, just go to Jingle Mingle on Facebook. Ask to join the group. It's a private group. We try to keep the spammers out. Lord knows I got enough criticism in my life for random strangers on Facebook, and it happens. Oh, and I apologize, you guys. Sometimes they get in with us, and that guy is in a colonel somewhere stuck in Nigeria, and he's not that handsome on the other end. So just kind of ignore all that. So when is October video on the pumpkin project? It's next Tuesday. It's the 2nd and 3rd Tuesday. The guild is the 4th Tuesdays. I have a couple in mind for a special guest. So I'll be at International Quilt Market. So we're going to see how it goes, being able to do it remotely. Anything. So Terry said something snowman related. I don't know that we've ever done a snowman. Would work in December. We could use it all winter. Thank you. We've never done snowman. So we can figure something out. That's for sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. Vicky's from Littleton, Colorado, the one state that's on my bucket list. I haven't been there. So someday I'm going to get there someday. Sandy says you never time in December to do anything but catch up on gifts I planned. I agree. So Barbara Snowflakes. All right. So we'll skip the whole anything like for your tree, your decorations. We'll move on and just plan something for winter. That's a good idea. So thank you. And if you guys don't jump into Jingle Mingle, I'll probably post the moose sweatshirt just so you guys can have it too. It doesn't matter to me. It's fine. You just need a little scrap of denim, and you're gonna have some brown fabric left over from this project, so it'll be good. A door ornament or small gifts like key fobs. There's a lot of, I know PJ does a lot of a lot of key fobs, a lot of fun things like that. So yeah, we'll see what we can come up with. It's December's always a hard month. So that's it. For those of you who are doing the Serger box, also, it is, we're doing a V-neck t-shirt with ribbing. The kits are from Amanda's Bundles. They're ready to go. They're already here, and everything is ready here for November, which is a good thing. So, okay, very good. So everybody's okay with resizing your pumpkins, right? We'll go more in depth in that, in the class and how we resized everything. We'll review that again. Prepping your fabric with Material Magic, or you can use fusible web. It doesn't matter to me. It just, if you're not a sewer, then you may not be into trying to figure out how you're going to stick that on there. Just with craft glue is going to be your best bet. So, Evie said, did I just hear you won't be doing Christmas gifts this year? We won't be making Christmas gifts in the December box. Easy gifts to make is still scheduled here for November 9th in the store. I personally, we have a very small family. And so I don't get to make a whole lot of anything because my family is sick of me and what I make. It's not really a gift. So, but thank you for asking. But I enjoy wrapping presents as much as I enjoy giving presents. And as the grandkids get older, they only want two things: gift cards to Dick's and Cabela's or money. I'm past beyond buying, or super expensive tennis shoes. That's the gift list for my kids. That's about it. So Kay says cord minders. We've done a couple. I don't know if we've done any of those in the box, but maybe you know what? Yeah, Jim's still on here. Don't tell Jim. But maybe Jim needs to come up with a couple little trendy things we could just toss out there to add into the box, just like little bonus projects. Got that, Jim? We'll add that. He's going to be in Cincinnati. If you guys are in Ohio, he's going to be at the Cincinnati Original Sewing and Quilt Expo Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then he's all mine again. But we're also getting ready for Reen from Embroidery Garden here at the store, the retail location. It's 2 days. It's going to be tons of fun. We provide everything: machines, fabric, you name it. You just show up and be pretty. So that's what we do. All right. I don't see any more questions popping on here. Oh, good. If you're down in Cincinnati, yeah, go see Jim. See what's going on. Take one of his classes, heckle him, give him a little extra poke for me. Okay, let's get. All right, so everybody knows what we're doing. We're working on fall. You have tons and tons of fabric to make falling leaves. So yeah, we're going to help you design. I want you to design your own, and I want to see what everybody's doing. So post it in the Facebook group. Send me an email with your picture so I can share with everybody. So perfect. Let's see. It says new comments. Let's scroll down. You're welcome, Annette. Thank you. Oh, Vicki said she'll see me tomorrow for the vendor setup. Yes, I'll be at the Beaver Valley Peacemakers Quilt Show. It's in Chippewa Township in Beaver County and Beaver Falls, PA. Yeah, it's a beautiful show. And for not a national show, the talent there is astounding. So if you're a local, I highly suggest you run in there and support the guild, first of all, and then second of all, take a look at all the beautiful quilts. And then we've always got quilt show specials on machines. So perfect. I'm in Ohio. I don't know exactly where he's going to be, but I know he's going to be in Cincinnati. So I would go online to the Original Sewing and Quilt Expo and see exactly where the event place is. So that's what's happening. All right, everybody, take care of yourself and hang in there. If you need anything, support at Amy Sews. I appreciate you guys so much for hanging in there with me. And we'll stay in touch. I'll see you next Tuesday inside Amy Sews. You have to log into Amy Sews for your private class. And then there'll be some extra little nugget classes that we're going to be posting in there. So the live class doesn't take forever. I'll do a little free motion class on setting up your machine for free motion if you want to do that. And we'll talk about some different glues and just things like that. So we just want to get through cutting and laying out, and then we'll have some little nugget classes you guys can watch whenever you're ready. So, all right, everybody, have a terrific night, because the more you sew, the more you know. Oh, the more you know, the more you sew. I did it backward. Lordy. All right, everybody, have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.